Hello, my name is, well, I don't have a name, just a number, 888 or 888 as my manager called me, and I'm here at the scrapyard waiting on my fate. But how I got here? Well, sit back and I'll tell you the story. It was a slow time for the American Railway, so they needed some more engines to help with the heavy workload and heavy passengers. So they made me, with the men from Germany's help. I am a DB Class 82 steam engine, and I was one out of the 41 of them that was made. But I was the only one that was ordered to work in America. And boy, did I like it. When I got there, when I started working in America, it was so great. I got to pull coaches and big, long freight trains. But to make it even more great, everyone liked me, including one engine in particular. Her name was Abigail. She was a Flying Scot class locomotive, and she had this beautiful blue delivery. And I liked it so much, I asked the manager to give me the color blue. And when he did, oh man, I loved it so much. But I'm getting ahead of myself. It's time to tell you all the great times that I and Abigail was at. As the years passed, me and Abigail did our work without fuss. Every year, we kept on doing our work, and we got more popular each time. But one day in 1960, our manager came to see us and told us that we had been sold to a railway at the United Kingdom. We were concerned. We were puzzled. Then Abigail asked, "But why, sir?" "Because our workload is being managed by diesels now, and we don't need you anymore." We were shocked. Our manager didn't need us, but we've worked so hard for him. And for the railway. He doesn't need us anymore because of diesels? This made us sad. Even for Abigail. "But sir, we've been here for so long. I know." The manager was sad too, but he said to Abigail, "I know, Abigail, and it hurts me that I have to lose you two great engines. But look on the bright side. At least you'll have 888 to keep you company." That made me happy. Even Abigail looked at me and smiled, knowing that I would be with her. "Yes, sir," she said. And the manager smiled. "That's a good engine. Now off you two go now to your new jobs." "Yes, sir," we said to him. And we set off for our new home. Once we made it to our new home, The engines there looked at us with suspicion. But we didn't care. We knew if we proven ourselves, they would like us. And we did prove it to them. And they did like us right off the bat after we did about numerous of hard jobs. And we kept on getting more popular too. But once we proved our work, we gained all the engine's trust and also all the workers there too, and the passengers. And as we continued our work in the United Kingdom, then our manager but then as we continued our work in the United Kingdom, our manager got a diesel, and I'm sorry to say, this marked the end of my love. Abigail, because in 1966, 1 year after our manager bought more diesels, he told Abigail that she will be sent to be scrapped. When Abigail and I heard this, we were sad and upset at this, but there was nothing we could do. The manager had made up his mind, and then a week later, a Class 47 came and told us that he was there to take Abigail to the scrapyard. I begged and pleaded with the diesel to not take her, but there was nothing I could do. The diesel told us that he was sorry and sadly took Abigail to the scrapyards. But before he took her, I told Abigail I loved her. And she told me that she loved me too. And that was the last time I ever saw her. As I continued my work without Abigail there, I always thought about her. And every time I thought about her, the sadder I had become. It was so hard to do my work. And I was being bullied by some of the diesels too. But some of them did comfort me. Even the one that took Abigail to the scrapyard. Then in 1970, the manager told me I had to take a heavy load to the scrapyard. This made me happy. Maybe, I thought to myself, I would see Abigail there. But little did I know, I would have my hopes dashed. It was a long trip to the scrapyard, but I didn't mind. I loved the long run and seeing all the sights there. But as I ran along the line, and in no time at all, I made it to the scrapyard. The owner was pleased at this and said what a fine job I did in bringing this load to him. Then I asked him about Abigail, the Flying Scot, and I told him everything. After I asked him about her, he sighed and said to me in a sad voice, "I'm so sorry to tell you this, but Abigail was scrapped about 2 months ago." That did it. When I heard that, I just broke down and cried. The scrapyard manager and my crew tried to comfort me, but I just kept on crying and crying. But soon I stopped crying, because I knew that crying would never bring her back. And I decided just to head for home. When I got back, I saw the Class 47 diesel in the shed. "What's wrong, Triple Eight?" he asked. And I told him about Abigail. "Oh, I am so sorry to hear about that, Triple Eight. She was a fine engine," he said. I thanked him, and I went unhappily to sleep. But little did I know that my time was coming as well to be sent to the scrapyard. And how I got there? Well, it was because of an awful accident. It was late one night when the manager came up to me and asked if I could take a heavy goods train to the island of Sodor. I agreed and set off. I loved running at night. The rails always hummed, and also the signal lights shone green. But what I didn't know was there was a broken track up ahead. And when I saw it, it was too late. I crashed and fell on my side. No one was hurt, but I was in a wreck. When the sun came up, I was being put back on the tracks. When the manager came to see me, what he said made me sad and angry. "Well, Triple Eight, it looks like this is it." And I was confused. When he said that, I was confused. "What do you mean, sir?" I asked. He sighed and said in his hurt voice, "I'm sorry to say this, Triple Eight, but I have to send you to the scrapyard because you're too expensive to fix now." When he said that, I was shocked. I've been working so hard for him, just like Abigail had, and he does this to me? He does this to Abigail as well? First Abigail and now me? This is insane. But I knew that he didn't have a choice, so I didn't argue. And with that, I was sent to the scrapyard. And now here I am, waiting my fate, just like Abigail. But the scrapyard manager but luckily for me, the scrapyard manager took a liking to me and put a sign on me saying, "Engine not for scrapping," which made me feel better that I would not be scrapped, but not much. It didn't help much that I was here and not gonna work. And for me not having a name, well, I lied about that because, well, I thought I was going to be sent scrapping. But I forgot to tell you guys that, well, the scrapyard manager gave me a name after himself. His name was Will Burtson. So, everyone, my name is Will, the DB Class 82 steam engine. And I hope, maybe someday, I will be saved from scrap. Because I know that this sign will not stay on me for long. Because, who knows, the new manager now probably will want me scrapped.